It's my pleasure to welcome Orlando City SC as Major League Soccer's 21st expansion team. Yeah!
It's the end of an era. The final USL Pro season.
Takes a shot, and it's a goal! Orlando City!
There's a target on our back, but we've only got one mission: win. 2 goals, a ball, and a culture defined by success.
Make sure we get after the guys, yeah?
Don't think we're just going to overlook this season. After all, we have a title to defend.
From the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at beautiful Walt Disney World Resort, this is USL Pro Soccer 2014. Tonight, the first place Orlando City Lions host the surging Harrisburg City Islanders. Good evening and welcome, everybody. I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Thank you so very much for joining us for another USL Pro and Orlando City telecast here on YouTube. To my left, my partner is always Tom Traxler, and for the home side, Orlando City, it is certainly home sweet home.
Absolutely. Well, there's a little good news and there's a little bad news. Jeff, which do you want first?
Let's get the bad news out of the way.
I agree. The bad news is Orlando City's away form has not been good. Lost 2 out of the last 3 on the road. Here's the good news. They're at home, and things are going to get hot at home, Jeff. They are in great form at home, played 11 games here, and have been unbeaten in all 11.
Speaking of great form, Harrisburg, I tell you what, they were in 11th place 3 weeks ago. Now they're in 5th, thanks to a 4-game win streak, a game that includes a win over the Lions.
Well, talk about getting hot at the right time. This is the time of season you want to start winning games and putting points on that board. And they have surged up the table, so they are going to be looking for another 3 points tonight here in Orlando.
You see the all-time record in this series favoring Orlando 6-1-1, but 7 nights ago, the lone loss for Orlando, a 3-2 defeat on the City Island, and they were missing a couple of players were Orlando in that one. It probably wouldn't have mattered.
No, Jeff, I thought Harrisburg were well deserving of the 3 points on the night, and a lot of it thanks to that man right there, Antoine Hopino.
Yeah, the Harrisburg roster loaded with Philadelphia Union players. That is their MLS partner. 5, in fact, in the lineup tonight from their MLS affiliate, Antoine Hopino. Tell us about Antoine.
Well, let me tell you what I saw about Antoine Hopino. Put the ball at his feet, and he is looking to take on defenders. And boy, does he do it successfully. A lot of fun to watch when he gets running at defenders. Very, very dangerous.
Well, Luke Bowden and Darwin Serwin, 2 Orlando City players that did not play a week ago because of yellow card suspension. Luke is back tonight, and that is good news for Orlando City fans and for Adrian Heath.
Well, absolutely. Luke Bowden and Adama Mbenge form a powerful partnership over on that left side that wasn't present up in Harrisburg. And Luke Bowden, can he get forward, drop crosses in on a dime? But on the other side, Jeff, he is one of this league's most accomplished defenders.
The left back, eager to get on the pitch and eager to speak with our cameras at training earlier this week.
My aim is to still win the league and then win the championship. So, that hasn't changed. Obviously, we had a little setback losing against Harrisburg, but, we play them at home and it's a good chance to put things right again. I think we need to improve on, working harder when we don't have the ball. Obviously, we are really good when we have the ball, and I think if we can just work that touch harder when we haven't got the ball, I think, we'll get the rewards from that, and we'll go on and we will win the league, and we'll put more points between us and Richmond.
Funny that Bods mentions the Richmond Kickers. They are now just a point back of Orlando City. Of course, the Lions have 2 games in hand in this one, but you see the standings here. Things are starting to sort themselves out as we get late in the season.
I was going to say, don't tell me they're not looking at that table. They certainly are right there behind them, the Richmond Kickers. But yes, very important they get the 3 points tonight. Puts a little more breathing room between them and Richmond, especially next week. They're going to be playing Richmond, and that game, Jeff's going to be a lot like a 6-pointer.
You want to finish in the top 4. The Lions get a win tonight against Harrisburg. They will clinch a top 4 spot in the first round home game. And here's the 2 home games we have remaining in this one. Can you believe it? We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Dayton here in 2 weeks. Then the Richmond Kickers to close the season. The schedule makers at the USL Pro office had it right.
Yeah, don't tell me that's done by a computer. Someone with a good brain in that head knew what they were doing when they made that schedule, that's for sure. I can't believe we're down to the last 2 games, Jeff. They say time flies when you're having fun, and
sure,
hard to believe we're already down to the last 2 home games of the season, but I am looking forward to those 2 games and the playoffs.
Well, this is the third to last home game of the season. We'll get it started in a few minutes. When we come back, the starting lineups, keys to the game, and the kickoff between the Harrisburg City Islanders and your Orlando City Lions. Back at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex, let's take a look at the starting 11s for each side. First, for the Harrisburg City Islanders, they come in 9-8-6 on 33 points, fifth place under their head coach Bill Betcher in his 10th season. Nick Noble, a very noble effort as always in goal. He's got 4 shutouts this season. Across the back, you'll have Rafael Cox, the former Tampa Bay Rowdy, so a lot of Florida soccer fans know who he is. Richie Marquez, Cody Andrews, also at center back. And Matt Banner will be the right back for Bill Betcher. In the midfield, in the middle, Jason Pelletier, Jose Barul will direct traffic in the center. On the wings, Leo Fernandez and Zach Pfeffer, recently called up from Philadelphia. So a little reinforcements, if you will, for the City Islanders as they will leave the MLS team for this game. And Antoine Hopano up top, and he'll be paired with Robbie Dershang, who had a brace in that win last week. And the Lions look like this, Tom.
Well, they'll be going against the familiar 4-2-3-1 of Orlando City. And, of course, the stalwart Miguel Gallardo will be the man in between the posts. In front of him, we talked about him, one of the league's best defenders, the left back, Luke Bowden. Rob Valentino rejoins the lineup. He'll be partnering up with Brad Russin. And then Tyler Turner will be holding down the right back spot. In the holding mid spots, Darwin Sarin makes his return to the lineup after spending a week out on a suspension for yellow cards. Next to him, making his first start of the season, Harrison Heath will partner with Darwin. The 3 midfielders in front of them, Adama Mbenge will be over on the left side, solidifying that partnership between he and Luke Bowden. Kevin Molino, the guy who's setting the league on fire, will be in the hole. Of course, Kobe Spann over on the right. And Corey Herzog makes a return to the lineup as the striker.
The Lions in the home, white and pink. These jerseys will be auctioned off for women playing for time, as we do every year. Once a year, we'll wear the pink jerseys. So Harrisburg will wear the home blues tonight as they move left to right, and we get set to start here in Lake Buena Vista. Our referees tonight, Patrick O'Brien will head the crew up. Kyle Longville, Abdel Kootenay of the assistants. Fourth official is Matt Miscannon, and we are underway here from Walt Disney World. So Orlando will attack from right to left, wearing the white, not the purple tonight. And there's a service into the box. Noble comes out immediately to take control. And good decision, as lurking there was Corey Herzog.
And we know Corey Herzog doesn't give an inch. He puts people under pressure straight away. There's no ball that Corey Herzog doesn't think he's going to win. It could be a 70-30. He still thinks he's going to win it, and he puts out full effort.
Just underway as the Lions trying to avenge a 3-2 defeat a week ago to this side. Now right, Kobe Spann will work into the 18. They'll send it on frame, a header redirect and sent out by Cody Andrews, and it'll be a corner kick for Orlando City here in our first minute.
A good start by Orlando, Jeff. I mean, you come out, you watch, they apply a lot of pressure. They like to close people down. You heard Luke Bowden make mention of that during the opening of the show, that it's all about them getting after players and closing them down. And Coach Adrian Heath is always talking about the mentality, getting the mentality right coming out. If that's good, Orlando City are usually good.
Watch out for the water bottle. Of course, Surin back in the lineup after missing this game. Did not play against Harrisburg last week because of that yellow card suspension. There's a nice searching ball on the corner. Comes sent right back in. Player down inside the 6 for Orlando. Great effort here in our second minute.
Well, it was Harrison Heath getting his first shot. His first shot within 2 minutes. Not a bad start for Harrison Heath.
Harrison wearing number 12, a native of Newcastle under Lyme, just 18 years old. So he and Tyler Turner both 18. So some youngins again in the lineup for Coach Adrian Heath.
Have a few youngins on this team, don't they? They have Tyler Turner, of course. Now you got Harrison Heath, Tommy Redding.
17 years old. He got the start in Harrisburg. And the throw upcoming now for Banner. And the Lions will take possession, center of the park. Flicked all the way back by Heath. And Valentino will send it forward. Racing on is Molino into the corner. Tough to tell. And earns a throw for Orlando City.
I always like to look for that yellow streak on top of his head, Jeff.
There it goes.
It's going to give it away.
Stripe sends it in. Molino, the native of Trinidad and Tobago, in fact, an international for his country in his 7th season, and it has been a banner season for Molino. 14 goals, 7 assists, now 35 points. That is a league record that he set last week.
He's looking like Wesley Snipes from Demolition Man. Simon Says, and for him it says Simon Says score, and he does.
We'll need the effort tonight. Heath will spray it to the wide side, sent right back in front. Big save made by Noble, as I don't know how Herzog was denied on that situation.
Well, I'm going to give full credit from my viewpoint to Nick Noble. Nick Noble looked like he made a great reactionary save, right, because Corey Herzog was point blank on that.
Corey was right in his grill. Split-second decision saved Harrisburg, who jumped out 3-0 last week on Orlando City, and the Lions made it interesting down the stretch, getting 2 late goals.
Yeah, it ended up looking a lot closer than it was. Orlando City applied a lot of pressure in that game. Had some chances, but Harrisburg, and especially you talk about Robbie Dershang and then Antoine Hopino, they're both very good and put a lot of pressure on the Orlando back four.
Surin. One touch by Molino has it taken away. Now comes Harrisburg as they try to spring Hopino. Hopino and Dershang have been deadly as of late.
Well, I think Harrisburg scored, if the stats right, I think it's 21 goals in their last 9 games. I mean, that's a big reason why they've jetted up the table, in 4 games, 12 points. They've been a handful up top, Jeff. They've been a handful to stop. But here's what you do. The best way to not let them score goals is to spend a lot of time on their end of the pitch.
Bowden will send it in from the corner. Winds up, does Molino, and it's off to the left. Make that Mbenge, who gave it a go.
Dama had that drop on his right. He wanted to go first time with it, just couldn't find the target. Now if that dropped on his left, look out.
Adama had an assist in that game a week ago.
He has got the thunder stick on that left.
That's right. The hammer of Thor.
That's why I call it the hammer of Thor he's got on that left.
6-minute no score between Orlando and Harrisburg. The City Islanders and the Lions know each other well, taking it all the way back to that 2011 season, in which Orlando knocked them off in penalty kicks to win their first title.
And that was one of the craziest games I've ever seen. And that penalty shootout was as dramatic as they come.
Chance for Harrisburg now, running forward is Fernandez, and that's a shot and a goal as it beats Gallardo. Dershang with his 3rd goal against Orlando in 2 weeks.
Well, great counterattack, lovely ball across the box. Miguel Gallardo going out to get onto it, but Robbie Dershang on the spot to slot home the 1st goal of this match. Harrisburg take a shock lead here at Orlando. It's been all Orlando for the most part for these first 6 minutes. Harrisburg on the break.
Dershang now with 6 goals on the season. That leads the team. The native of Englewood, Colorado, the 22-year-old. And he likes suiting up against Orlando City. Beats Gallardo for the 3rd time.
Well, Miguel came out, certainly went out to get it, just couldn't get there in time. And Robbie Dershang right on the spot.
So Harrisburg trying to copy the script they had at home. Jump out to a lead early.
Well, they're a little off script because they didn't score this early in Harrisburg.
You're right. Now, they'll take it on the road, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Now you can sit back a little bit, and that's what teams like to do against Orlando, Jeff. They come here intentionally to kind of sit deep and make life difficult. But then when Orlando scores first, they have to come out and play a little more. Well, Harrisburg has scored first. Now they can kind of sit a little bit.
If you're Bill Betcher, you know that 1 is not going to be enough to get out of here with 3 points.
You wouldn't think so. Not against a team like Orlando and their ability to score goals. And you've seen they can score goals in a hurry. He was firsthand of that in the last game they played, where they scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. So no, I don't think he's thinking this is over by a long shot, but it certainly helps to get 1 on the board ahead of Orlando when you're playing Orlando in Orlando, a place they haven't lost all season.
Surin with the free kick here in the 8th minute. Will chip it up, a head-on flick into the back of the net. Goal, Orlando City. And the Lions have tied it up.
I don't know, did that touch anybody? I got to see the replay on that. I don't know if it touched anybody. Of course, it freezes the keeper. These curling balls in with the oncoming traffic freeze the keeper. And if somebody gets the slightest touch, it's usually by. I don't know if anybody touched it. I think this is goal Darwin Sarin. Let's have a look. So he chips this thing in. You see the onrush. I don't think anybody touched that.
The ghost.
Unfortunately, because you have that group, it freezes Nick Noble, and it gets by him at the far post.
So Surin gets it, his 1st goal of the season, incredibly, for the El Salvadorian international to go with his 3 assists. So,
well, if you were thinking
nobody touched it.
If you were thinking Bill Betcher said 1 goal's not going to be enough, you were right.
A winner.
And I think he was probably thinking the same. Very smart man. He's been in this league a long time and very successfully, Bill Betcher.
Just like that, we are level. We saw Darwin score a goal in that I-4 derby against the Tampa Bay Rowdies on a free kick that went basically through the wall low. That one went up high and just floated and just fooled Noble.
Well, it freezes you because you have a group of players that's on rushing, and they could hit that ball and hit the other post. So he really has to kind of hold middle of the goal, Jeff. So when it gets by, and if it has any kind of pace on it, he's in trouble. Any goalkeeper would be, not just Nick Noble. Whew. Speaking of trouble.
Well, this game on pace to finish 9-9. If you're not a fan of soccer because there's not enough scoring, maybe that will get it done for you. Molino, now a quick turn, and unable to poke it forward. Or Orlando.
This game's certainly off to an exciting start.
Man, oh man. Usually there's a feeling out period that we always talk about. First 15 minutes of a game. No such thing today.
No, they've come out throwing punches. The feeling out's done. I think that happened maybe for about 20 minutes last week.
This is a must 3 points tonight for Orlando if they want to continue to stay atop the standings. Richmond hosting Dayton tonight.
It's a must 3 points for both teams, really.
Right side, Brian Spann gets it into the 18. A shot.
Offside.
And offside was Corey Herzog. Nice build up there for Orlando City, though.
Absolutely. Good ball out wide. And I think you're seeing more wide play, whereas last week in Harrisburg, you didn't see as much wide play out of Orlando. But tonight, it's on evidence here in the first 10 minutes.
Robbie Dershang started it in the 6th minute. 2 minutes later, Darwin Surin leveled it. Another dangerous ball back. Racing is Gallardo. He'll gobble it up and look to distribute here in our 11th minute.
One big difference is the surface. I think, you know, the surface in Harrisburg is a lot different than the surface here in Orlando. And here in Orlando, it's a much faster track. This is cut down, whereas in Harrisburg, it's a little bit thicker.
There's Molino to the 18, cuts it back, and a nice save off of the line there by Cody Andrews, or it would have been 2-1.
Hey, that's what you're there to do. If you're Cody Andrews, you cover Nick Noble. You're there to cover your keeper. He was doing his job, did his job very well.
Andrews, the center back, played just about every game last year for Coach Betcher.
I think Kevin Molino disagrees a little bit with that toot of the whistle. He thinks it's a bit soft.
Patrick O'Brien, a very fine referee in this league. Been calling his name a number of times over the last 4 years. This will be Russin to build it from the back. Now Bowden, that left foot will curl it back in. 50-50 ball in the air, and we've got a free kick awarded to Orlando City.
This pitch is in impeccable shape, Jeff. One of the nicest surfaces you could hope to play on. Look at this!
Back corner, going in the air was Span, and it was just off the mark.
If you're Kobe Span, you want it back the way it came. Don't change that direction. You're at the far post. Back the way it came, Kobe Span.
Scores, stats, news, and more can be found exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. Plenty of scores, of course, tonight. 5 games on the schedule, including this one. Rochester at Charlotte, one of those. Dayton at Richmond, the one everybody's watching. Later on tonight, LA Galaxy 2 at Oklahoma City, and Pittsburgh at Arizona United. So there's Zach Pfeffer. The 2 Philadelphia Union players that were called into the lineup just for this game, as Pedro Ribeiro played for the Philadelphia Union against Houston the other night, so he was ineligible. Pedro, the 6'4" striker, who's been a handful for every team in the league, as Luke Bowden has some words with our referee.
No player is ever guilty of a foul. Not if you ask them.
Good position here for Harrisburg. Teeing it up will be Jose Baril. This one taking his time.
Yeah, this one, I think they don't like his position. He's not quite 10 yards. Another step, now you got your 10. He was 9 yards, almost 10. You need a little
Adrian Heath says, I've got a measuring tape. You want to borrow? We curled into the top of the box.
Then he runs forward before the ball's taken anyway, so what was the point?
It's all gamesmanship. 14th minute, tied at 1. Entertaining game so far. That will be left by Fernandez. And 5 Philadelphia Union loanees in the starting 11 tonight for Bill Betcher.
Oh. Good news for Philadelphia, too. They got 5 players that are getting game experience. They're getting games under their belt.
Benge. When it comes to games, we talked a little bit about Popino, who's seen action in 66 games in his Philadelphia career since 2012. So he hasn't had a problem getting on the field there in Chester.
No. You see Luke Bowden having a word with Adama going, hey, I just wanted to my feet. What are you doing cutting inside there?
Banner right back will throw it in. And Benge will press. Baril unable to get it out of there. Now Molino has it. Want to get it out of his boot. There's a shot from distance. Takes a deflection. And that had eyes for the goal until the last second. And Harrison Heath might have been on the board.
Well, Harrison Heath, quality strike there. Quality strike, not far off the mark at all. If that had gone in, it'd have been a beauty.
It's like his dad. Although I'd say Adrian used to be known for the close range stuff, right?
I think Adrian was just known for scoring goals. He may have passed a few things on to Harrison.
That's right. That one was blistering. Nice to have that threat deep in the midfield, too. Shaking things out here is Hopino, wearing number 27, wears 29 in the MLS for Philadelphia. Heavy touch, sends Baril back, and down he goes, and gets a course of booze as his reward. Dershang settles over. Molina will back off. Robbie Dershang spent 2013 with the Austin Aztecs. Has familiarity with Florida. It's also part of the IMG Academy program back in 2008.
A lot of players have been run through that program, Jeff. A lot of players.
6 goals now, thanks to the one earlier this half. He'll let it fly with the left foot, curls it into the 6. And cleared away by Orlando City. Player down for the Lions.
Ooh. And
free kick awarded.
I was wondering, I didn't hear the whistle, but yeah, rightly called there.
It was Herzog that went down. As Molino now playing up top somewhat. So a little change of shape here for the Lions. We'll see if that lasts. As they look to spring Herzog, didn't happen.
Corey was just a little deep and the ball got forward quite quickly, so Kevin pushes on a little bit, fills in the gap.
Boy, and Benge making life difficult now for Baril. And foul committed, so free kick Orlando City near side. And you want to get a good right foot on this one. Good job by Adama. Surin will come in.
Someone's going to look for another in-swinger here. Sets up a lot like a corner, Jeff.
Surin's last free kick found the back of the net. Lets this one fly. Takes a deflection as it goes through the area. And that will become a corner kick for Orlando City on the far side.
I think you saw Corey Herzog coming across that near post. Ball had to be flicked on well past that far post to defend it. Orlando City set themselves up here for a corner, almost just like the other one, just a little bit deeper.
Benge lets it go. Back post. Header was there. Span was in the vicinity. And it will be a goal kick now for the Harrisburg City Islanders.
Well, what a start we've had. First 18 or so minutes have been very, very quick. Both teams willing to attack. That's what you want to see.
Molino. Now Heath playing that distributor cap role tonight for his father, Adrian. Well, it looked like some contact, perhaps some embellishment. Now Molino, a chipper, and a goal. 2-1 Orlando City. Molino keeps the streak going, continuing to score his 15th goal of the season.
He is on fire! That guy does not stop scoring goals. Let's give a little credit to Harrison Heath on the first ball to get this whole play started, but then a lovely, lovely combination. Let's have a second look at this. We'll have a good look at the finish. Little chip right over Nick Noble. Great, great finish. But a good first ball, and then a lovely, lovely combination play to spring Kevin Molino in the box, and he tucks it away. There is your league's leading scorer, ladies and gentlemen.
Last year we lauded Dom Dwyer, 15 goals to set a league record last year. Did it in about half a season. Now you've got Kevin Molino who's tied that mark this year.
And it looks like he is not going to stop anytime soon. We've got another, let's say, 70 minutes to go here. We don't know what kind of drama is going to ensue from this point. But this game, the fans are certainly getting their money's worth here tonight. And we hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching from.
15 and pink go hand in hand. Dom Dwyer got that 15th goal in a pink jersey as well, being told by Austin Hiddle in the booth.
He is incomparable, Austin Hiddle. He is a man that cannot be stopped. He knows it all.
Been here since the
well done,
inception.
Austin Hiddle. Well done. That is some good trivia right there.
Let's see. We'll need a number of players. Dennis Ching can get in and score about 8 more. That will get him to 15. Orlando City now just past the 20-minute mark with a 2-1 lead. Surin and Molino now, the 8th and 20th, after the Lions conceded the first goal to Robbie Dershan. And with the lone exception of that breakaway goal by Harrisburg, it's been controlled by the Lions here for the first 22 minutes.
Yeah, certainly you could say the Harrisburg goal came against the run of play, but you know, when you look at the amount of goals Harrisburg's been scoring lately, it's no surprise really. They can score goals. I mean, they're not out of this one by any stretch of the imagination.
We talked about in the open, the home and road form are 2 different things for Orlando City. As they again looking for Corey Herzog, who is very happy to be back at full health and back in the starting lineup here.
And that road form is, I'm sure Coach Adrian Heath has had some words on that, because he likes his teams to come out, he likes them to dictate the pace, and he likes them to be mentally right from the get-go. And I don't think they've been that way for the past few road games.
And Surin connects. Lions will be content to knock it around the park here. Rob Valentino again did not start at Harrisburg last week. Had a little nick.
Yeah, he had a little injury, but he's back and he's in good form. I think most players are. I think Orlando's coming healthy at a pretty good time, especially with the run of games they've got coming up.
Next 3 on the road for Orlando, so you want to take care of business at home, remain unbeaten. What is it just about this park? I mean, is it the dimensions of the field? Is it the quality of the field? Is it the supporters? Maybe a combination of all things that make this such a good place for them to play.
I was going to say yes. Yes to every point you just made. Honestly, Jeff, if you can't play on this pitch, you can't play. It's just that simple. This pitch is a manicured carpet. Absolutely. And they love playing in front of these fans. Look, they're all over the place. They're going to have a near sellout here tonight. A few empty seats, but not a lot. There's probably close to 4,000 or 5,000 people here. And then the dimensions are wonderful for the type of football that Orlando City like to play. This is a nice, long, wide field. It gives the team a chance to find gaps, keep that ball moving, which is something they like to do. They like to play up-tempo, they like to keep the ball moving. So yes, yes, and yes, Jeff.
Like playing on a putting green, so that's certainly different than what they dealt with last week.
Yeah, last week, I mean, that's like playing on the nice, beautiful shag carpet in your living room, and then going and playing in the kitchen on the hard floor. You know what happens in the kitchen,
looking to cook up another goal here, and the save is made by Miguel Gallardo on Hopino, who had a nice cutback move.
I was just going to say, you know what happens in the kitchen? Cooking. And it gets hot.
Hopino looking for his second USL Pro goal of the season. He's had 7 goals in the MLS the last couple of years.
Well, he is a handful. A lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch. I appreciate it. I love players that love to have an attacking mentality. They get the ball at their feet and love to take people on.
Kobe Spann, the only MLS loanee in the starting 11 tonight for Adrian Heath. Playing that one diagonal, looking for Bowden, and it's too far out in front. Visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. Certainly a friendly place to be.
That's a good place to be. Get all your information on this fantastic league.
Boy, nice ball. They work along that left side to the City Islanders. And as soon as I say that, they give up possession. Spann into Molino. Scored his 15th goal 6 minutes ago. That one a little too far. Possession will come back to the City Islanders. Coming into this game, 33 points, good for 5th place. Just 3 weeks ago, they were in 11th.
And that's what happens when you pick up 12 points, especially at the business end. And if the teams around you are dropping points, hey, all the better for you.
Harrisburg at Rochester, and then we'll host Rochester in their next 2 on the next 2 weekends. Not a particularly long trip for them.
Interesting, these home and homes where you play one team 1 week and then you turn around the next week and play them again.
Harrisburg had to do it with Orlando. Now the Lions cooking up something. They go near post as Herzog tried to slide it in and just missed.
Well, you might have thought he was going to continue on and look to take a bend to that far post. No, he cuts it back and goes near post, missing the target.
We nearly took out the fence behind the goal.
Wanted to bulge the back of that net. Ended up nearly taking out a fence. Don't take offense.
Don't take offense.
Don't take offense.
Don't take offense to what? What did you say this time? Surin switch the point of attack. Keep it into the center. It's one-touch passing. You know that's when Orlando City's nice and confident. Hot potato, hot potato.
Yeah, this is a lot more like an Orlando City performance here, Jeff.
Good defending by Harrisburg.
You see that closing down very quickly. That's what they talk about. Get tight, get close, close people down.
Offside, the ruling there.
You see that a lot with Corey Herzog, but that's okay. It's because he's pushing the issue. I'd rather have my forwards pushing and getting a few offsides. That means they're pushing on trying to get goals, and they're going to get behind players an awful lot.
Bonds with the throw in. One touch right back. Benge can't get there quick enough. Kept in the air. A little bump in the back of Pfeffer. And Harrisburg will send it to the other side. And Tyler Turner makes a race of it. Orlando ball. I haven't called Tyler's name yet tonight.
Well, that's because there's not been much for defenders to do, Jeff. Ball's largely been
Herzog. Nice physical win there in front. Molino had the one touch on. It deflected off of a Harrisburg player. That's what Molino is contending, but he's not going to get the decision.
No, but why wouldn't you look for Kevin Molino? He's the league's leading scorer. If I get the ball, I'm going to be looking for him.
Scoring touches as golden as his hair right now. 15 goals. He still has 7 games to play.
Maybe he didn't die. It just grew in that way because of his rich vein of form. Found that gold vein. See what I did there?
Brilliant. Bowden will make the switch. Here's Heath. Back and forth with Span. Diagonal ball to him. Benge has it taken off. Back to Gallardo. A 1-goal lead here as we approach the half-hour mark of this one. Lions trying to avenge a 3-2 defeat to the City Islanders last week. Russin. Is the passing happening with the beat? Now Span looking to the right side. Turner. One touch. Coming back, and it just went off that right foot of Herzog. Nice build-up play by Orlando along the right flank.
Yeah, you can see Orlando is quite in a rhythm right now. You hear the rhythm of the crowd? Well, Orlando City's right along with their own rhythm. They've got a good structure going. They've got a good flow going to this game. Their passing is crisp. It's fluid. The movement is good. It's like the symphony is playing well, Jeff.
Back to Noble it goes. And send it high in the air, so 50-50 opportunity upcoming. And Harrisburg ball as it goes into touch. Harrisburg City Islanders last year, Tom, 26-14-10, finished in 4th place. So picking up where they left off. I mean, now in 5th.
Look, it's a fantastic club, great leadership, and there's no surprise when you see Harrisburg City Islanders up near the top of the table. That's probably where they expect to be and where they should be, especially given the form they've been on. Just fantastic form.
And Benge and Bowden playing the 1-2 back to the top of the 18. Molino in the vicinity lurking. And a quick turn as Harrisburg looks to break out of the stables. It's Pfeffer on that right side. Pfeffer and Banner. will try the left as Cody Andrews, one of the center backs, paired with Richie Marquez, the Philadelphia Union loanee, one of 5 in the lineup tonight. Bill Betcher now in his 10th season there in Harrisburg, native of St. Louis. Won a national title at Sangamon State, which is now known as the University of Illinois at Springfield. Bet you didn't know that one.
No.
Had 280 goals scored in the MISL, in the indoor league. That is a lot of goals in any league.
Absolutely.
With the Harrisburg Heat, and he decided, they'll make this place a home. Worked well for me in a career. Here's a turnover, top of the 18. A deflection as that one went off of a Harrisburg player and out. So a goal kick after a bad giveaway by Orlando City. Make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest social media updates. Catch up on all the scores in the league tonight. Again, one of 5 games on the schedule. Another game tomorrow, Sacramento Republic FC at Orange County Blues FC out on the West Coast.
A left coast game going on tomorrow.
It's been a nice addition to the league this year as it continues to expand. And then just because Orlando City is leaving next year doesn't mean there's any loss or lack of teams coming in.
No. Louisville City will be added in. Will be starting play.
St. Louis.
St. Louis, Louisville City, of course, with their new head coach, James O'Connor, former Stoke City player, former Orlando City player. We certainly wish him all the best, and we know he's going to do a great job up there, and he's going to have a competitive franchise starting their first season next year.
They'll have their work cut out for them next year. That USL Pro franchise will transfer over there to Louisville. So you'll see Louisville FC in the purple. And of course, they will be the MLS partner club, the USL Pro partner club with the MLS Lions. There's Bowden. And boy, getting a foot in there and breaking it up once again was Burrill. So Burrill has it now, excuse me, as Bonner broke it up. Have a restart here.
Well, we should see Orlando. Not much time on the ball if you're a player for the Harrisburg City Islanders. Orlando City doing a really good job of getting close, closing down players nice and early.
Tell you what, Tom, last year we began these affiliations here in the USL Pro with the MLS teams, and it certainly has been fruitful. But if you're Harrisburg, you've been affiliated with the Philadelphia Union since 2010. This is nothing new. They perfected the art.
Yeah, they were in on this game early.
Perhaps gave the league offices the idea.
Well, it's a wonderful partnership that the USL Pro have with MLS clubs, and it's a win-win, isn't it? Really, because you're bringing down really good players. It makes the league stronger. Those players get good experience versus sitting up in an MLS city not playing competitive matches. And it also lightens the load financially a little bit on some of these teams because they don't have to pay their salaries. So this, everywhere you look at it, this is just a win-win.
Dershang hit the deck. Will be awarded a free kick on the far side. Dangerous spot if you got a left foot or a right foot that can curl it in.
Oh, I think they might have 1 or 2 of those. I think you saw Robbie Dershang take a wonderful free kick, albeit with his left, but you saw him take a wonderful free kick. So I think they have a few players in this Harrisburg City team that can take a dead ball and make it dangerous.
Approaching it with the left, so look to get it to the back post. The header is there. Valentino defended it nicely. Hit the deck. And now Pfeffer will retrieve for the City Islanders for their 10th win of the season tonight. And that decision does not go the way of Kobe Spann. Burrill. Harrisburg chasing a 2-1 game, looking for an equalizer here as we approach halftime, 10 minutes away. So glad you're with us here on YouTube. Jeff Radcliffe alongside Tom Traxler as always. Our entire ESPN crew here at Disney. Bring you the color pictures.
Watching where Robbie Dershang loves to come deep, finding that ball in the midfield. Just as he does that, keep your eye on Leo Fernandez because he likes to overlap and get in that space that's been vacated.
Boy, another win by Harrisburg. He'll send it on frame. Gallardo off his line, dives to his left and makes the save, and we'll have a stoppage in play as players collided.
Well, I think you had a head collision. You'll stop that right away. Yeah, definitely a head collision here. So we stop play, make sure those two guys are okay. Miguel Gallardo on a great save, was able to gather that in and hold it. But now our attention
is one of them that is down and clearing out the cobwebs, and the trainers will come out and give them the concussion test. So that's for sure. He and Leo Fernandez see what happened.
Yeah, I don't know if we have a replay of that, but clearly there's a little collision ahead, so you just want to make sure that the guys are okay. Turn our attention to them, make sure they're fine.
Sometimes you just get so locked in on that ball.
Well, yeah, you're not. I mean,
you're not thinking
that's
about.
That's your job. Your job's to win the ball. Your focus. I mean, you know, you're not thinking something. You're not thinking about the other side of that. If you did, you'd pull out everything. You can't do that. You just can't do that when you play. So here we go. We have a look. So you see Fernandez come in, love the little ball the outside, but then
took a boot.
Yeah. Well, there you saw Antoine Hopeno come in, kind of sliding in just on the finish that Leo Fernandez was able to put on. They just kind of collided, rolled into each other.
It's a drop ball now for Gallardo. Good to see both young lads up and at them.
As I've said before, these are tough guys. You don't get to this level without having something to you from a toughness standpoint. It'd take a lot to keep these guys down.
You're right. Benge harassed a bit once again by Banner. Throw for Orlando City.
Luke Bowden having to take a cab ride back to where he's going to throw that in.
Hope he has exact change.
No, they take cards now.
That's right. As Fernandez slides in. Boy, Fernandez not shy about contact, is he?
Nope. Doesn't appear that way, Jeff.
Fernandez played some college soccer at Stony Brook, from Long Island initially, so. Molino, great close control as always. Back to Heath.
Just got away from him on the turn.
Direct fashion now. No problem for the center back pairing of Russin and Valentino. Heath playing in front of them tonight.
He's had a good game so far. His first start as an Orlando City Lion, absolutely. He's done very well. Figured in a little bit of that second goal, helped get the whole movement started. Look at this, speaking of movement.
Molino, right side, span, cuts it across, just over the top. You give them an inch, they take a mile. Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Kobe Span, FC Dallas loanee. Of course, FC Dallas making news here this week as they will be one of two MLS franchises to operate their own USL Pro team in 2016. As RSL, Real Salt Lake, will be doing the same thing, so they'll join LA Galaxy, but that will be 2 years off. It takes time to set that up, apparently.
Well, I think it's a great idea. You've got more players now in your camp, and you can give them competitive games. And this is a great platform for a young player to come into to start learning how to be a pro. A fantastic platform.
Saw Hopeno come together with Russin.
I mean, they kind of have it now. You see these reserve teams that come in and play matches in this league.
Ooh, a yellow has been shown to Brad Russin. It's our first booking of the night for either team.
Finishing at number 3 of Orlando City, Brad Russin.
All 6'4" of him, and he gets ahead of steam going, look out.
Well, that's a big guy to be barreling into for sure. You're going to feel it.
So that yellow card comes in the, say, the 41st. Nicely touched. Will be sent wide. Harrisburg still searching for the equalizing goal here late in the first half. Cox. This combination play by the visitors here right at the top of the box. Okay, comes back, trying to get the corner and stood him up.
Oh, great effort there to keep that ball in play and not let it go out for a corner.
And Benge, who played left back last game against these guys, apparently learned something in that particular role as he filled in for Luke Bowden. As Marquez will send it back to his keeper, Noble, who rifles it back down the field. And Benge and Surin, nice job until that one failed the touch a little bit. Molino has it again. Banner marking him, giving him some space. Ball across the face of goal. Sliding in was Tyler Turner.
Well, I'll tell you what. Check out these two players. Certainly a little bit of a collision there.
Or that's Kobe Spann, excuse me. And he is shaken up a bit.
Strong run, quality ball played across the box. A little come together, a little collision. I think he's okay. If he's able to argue like that, I think he's okay. So Kevin has a look up, plays a great ball across. See a little slide in there. But the Orlando City player earlier was trying hard to get in there, trying to get across that keeper. When you got that ball coming in the box like that, you want to get across the keeper all the time. Get across the keeper.
No fuss, no muss. Everybody okay. Headed forward for a third minute. Molino connect with Herzog. A little bit of a heavy touch, and that challenge by Heath will bring out a card, and he has been booked. So second yellow on an Orlando City player as he goes into.
It's a night of first for that young man. His first start, his first yellow card,
first booking. So that comes here in our technically the 43rd. And Dershang gets up Gimpy slowly and walks it off. That will certainly slow the progress down of an offense.
That's one way to do it.
Professional foul.
That's one way to do it.
Harrisburg last couple of minutes has had their share of possession here.
Absolutely, Jeff. Absolutely.
Given away.
Hasn't come too much in the end product, but they've had a little bit more of the run of play than they did certainly in the first 20-25 minutes of this game.
Especially on that left side, it's been working. Now Mbenge, a little stutter step, will fly one into the crowd, heads up off that left foot, and was floating.
Yeah, when he's got that left foot going, if you're the keeper, beware, and if you're behind the goal, beware.
Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live on YouTube here in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. You can subscribe for free to the Orlando City SC YouTube channel today. Hurry, because the season is drawing closer to a close. 2 home games left. Herzog, corner of the 18. Nice move to the left. Far post. Misses by a couple of feet. And the back post was open. Had some runners on the far side.
Well, you look at that. Corey Herzog did a little shake and bake. That just happened. Then lets one fly. Forcing Nick Noble to the ground. Ball just goes a little bit wide.
Question is, was it chicken flavor or pork flavor shake and bake?
Chicken.
A little less fattening calories. Another turnover by Harrisburg leads to another attempt by Orlando off the right foot of Molino, who lines it over the top. He is shooting with confidence, isn't he?
Step over as he fooled them, fooled himself. Almost outran the ball, had to come back to it.
Jersey over the head, gave it a go.
I think he wants that back. I think he wanted a little bit better. from that distance. Just a little, got a little underneath it, got a little over the bar.
About 30 seconds into 3 minutes of stoppage time here in this first half, with Orlando leading 2-1. Took the lead in the 20th minute on Molino's 15th goal of the season. I'll tell you what, Patrick O'Brien has been busy here in the last 15 minutes or so.
Two competitive teams, Jeff. Two teams that need these 3 points. So yes, he's going to have to be on his toes tonight because these guys are playing for keeps.
Harrisburg currently in 5th place, 7 points out of 4th. That's the magic number. Getting 4th, you get a home game in the playoffs, and you got a great home environment there on the island in Harrisburg.
I think you always would rather
you'd
rather be playing at home in the playoffs for sure. I think you want to get in. I think you always want to be there, but if you know you're going to get in, you really want to get in those spots where you can host games.
Yeah, just looking at the standings, Orlando and Richmond are going to be 1-2 in some combination. There's Sacramento, LA Galaxy, the next tier down, so from 49 to 40 points there. Harrisburg at 33. So getting a point here tonight would be very, very helpful.
And all teams that can really do well with home environments. I mean, Harrisburg has a great environment. Sacramento, look at their environment at home. So all teams that
20,000 a game.
All teams that would definitely benefit by having a little home cooking.
Surin, turn, send it left to Bowden. We'll try to find a runner. He's got one. Herzog into the corner and able to keep it in somehow, and they'll draw it back.
Nope,
no,
didn't quite keep it in.
Looks pretty certain that it went over the line.
This half is getting close to. It's been a very entertaining first half, Jeff. Both teams going at it. The goals have been flying. Teams are up and back. This one's people are getting their money's worth, Jeff.
Scoring's been quiet since the 20th when Molino put the last goal in. But we've had a couple of yellow cards, physical play.
This game's had a lot.
And there is the whistle from Patrick O'Brien. We are at the half. Orlando City 2, the Harrisburg City Islanders 1. And a very entertaining first half. And Tom, adjustments obviously coming. First, if you're Orlando, you're in the driver's seat, but you got to do a little more.
I would just say, you want to take your chances as they come. You want to be clinical in front of goal, but I wouldn't change too much because I think they've overall had a really good first half. You look at the stats have come, and there's evidence of it. Not only are you winning on the board 2-1, you've taken 10 total shots to just 3 for Harrisburg. Half of those on the frame, so forcing Nick Noble into a little bit of action, as you can see there with his 3 saves. Corners, Orlando City 1-0. You'd think we'd have more corners than that, given how it's up and back. That would just mean the ball's been in play a lot more. So all in all, great first half and evidenced by all these different numbers, but 3 goals on the board, 2 for Orlando City, 1 for Harrisburg. Fantastic.
They say 3 is the magic number. You look at Harrisburg on that list. How about the efficiency there? 3 shots on goal on 3 shots, so they've all been on frame.
Well, they like to keep it balanced to the odd side.
Well, we are at the half. Jeff Radcliffe, Tom Traxler, and entire ESPN crew will be back in about 12 minutes with the second half. You're watching USL Pro and Orlando City Soccer here on YouTube. We are back at the ESPNY World of Sports Complex at Walt Disney World Resort. USL Pro Soccer game of the week, if you will. Harrisburg trailing Orlando City 2-1. Jeff Radcliffe, Tom Traxler. Adjustments, of course, being made by each side as we switch sides. Orlando going from left to right. And if you're Adrian Heath, what have you said in the locker room at the half?
I think you've said keep your eye on Robbie Dershang and Antoine Hopino. And certainly Leo Fernandez. They've had a pretty good half for Harrisburg. But I also think he just says, boys, keep it going. You've had a most of the first half. So let's keep pressuring. Let's keep putting a lot of pressure on them. Get close, get quick, get close, get quick there, get there quick. Close them down very quickly. And then let's keep the ball moving. And let's keep the mentality right.
Lions with goals in that first half after conceding the first one to Robbie Dershang. That happened in the 6th minute. The Lions goals from Surin on a free kick in the 8th, and then Molino with his 15th of the season in the 20th. And here come Harrisburg to start things off in the second. Right outside the top of the 18 is a free kick that will be awarded now to the City Islanders.
Well, this is a very familiar situation for Harrisburg and Orlando, because this is almost the exact same spot where Harrisburg scored on Orlando up in Harrisburg. A free kick right in this area.
From Dershang.
So if you're Miguel Gallardo in Orlando City, I think you're kind of preparing for Robbie Dershang to pull Act 2.
Dershang, who played collegiately at SMU, was part of the U.S. U17 national team. Looking for his 7th goal of the season, perhaps on a free kick here. Had one earlier in the run of play as they talk things over. Pelletier is checked in for Harrisburg.
Well, expect to see them screen this just like they did up in Harrisburg, and there it is. 2 players close by. Dershang may try his luck again. You see Miguel Gallardo cheating over there to his left a little bit. Leaves the right open.
Dershang
and he goes to the right.
Fly right over the top.
Goes to the right. And it takes off on him like a Delta airplane.
Flying the friendly skies.
And somebody forgot to tell him this is Disney. You don't fly over Walt Disney World.
That's right. My apologies. Pelletier was one of the starting 11. So no changes at the half for Coach Betcher. Just didn't call Pelletier's number at all during that first half. Just a steady gamer who doesn't really get noticed a lot of times. Pelletier also known for his music producing abilities. Has his own studio there in Harrisburg. He calls the Dojo. Jason Pelletier has been in Harrisburg since 2008. Just underway second half. Lions lead by 1. Need the 3 points tonight to keep ahead of Richmond.
Said everybody, both these teams need the 3 points. If you're Harrisburg, you want to continue in this rich run of form that you've had. And if you're Orlando City, again, you want to put some distance between you and Richmond, who are, I think, what do they have, like 20 games unbeaten, Jeff?
That's correct. After that loss to Charlotte. Harrisburg looking dangerous here in the opening minutes. Richmond looking for their 21st game unbeaten in a row tonight at home at City Stadium against Dayton. Trying to get you a score update soon from that one. Can tell you that in the first half, LA Galaxy 2 are leading Energy FC 1-0. And Charlotte, with about 10 minutes to play, 1-0 up on Rochester.
It's important for them in their chase for the playoffs. We know they're another team that's in the hunt, in the thick of it, looking for a playoff berth.
Charlotte currently tied for 12th, Rochester 7th, so that would be very important 3 points for the Charlotte Eagles. In our 50th minute now. Very cautious approach now here to start the second half. Span into the corner. Turner, little one touch and front to Molino. Turner sporting a new haircut tonight, it looks like.
Looks like he's trying to do what Kevin Molino does. He just didn't quite add the color down the middle.
That's right. Turner with it. We'll play it back. Heath all the way along the right side. Russin ahead to Bowden. Luke's going to give chase, not going to win that one. It will be a goal kick for the Harrisburg City Islanders. Scores, stats, news, and more can be found exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. Noble, the light blue, now in front of the supporters section. The ruckus going to create a ruckus for him the entire half. Know that to be true.
Absolutely, fans are very vocal and noisy.
All along the roof, and will drop. Look out, young man. Balls are falling from the sky.
Fans are vocal and noisy here in Orlando. To a good thing if you're an Orlando City player. Not so good if you're an opposing goalkeeper.
Turner back to Valentino. Maybe will distribute left. Adama. Center circle. Harrisburg takes possession. Pelletier ahead. Boy, nice one touch. Looking for the offside, and there it is.
Wow.
The flag is up.
That was really close. I thought it was on. That was really, really close. Good ball movement there.
Hoping the flag would stay down.
Good ball movement.
Hoping a Mac Herman Trophy semifinalist at Princeton. He was an all-Ivy League performer there. There's Raphael Cox. And of Tacoma, Washington will set to throw, the left back.
If you're Orlando, you don't want to let the intensity drop. You definitely want to come back out of the dressing room, because Harrisburg is again, like every team at the top of the table right now, they're playing for their lives. They're playing for these 3 points. They have to have them. They're critical.
Even here at home, Tom, Orlando City has at times shown the propensity to give in late goals.
Yeah,
games that are clean sheets that have been spoiled by allowing something late on numerous occasions this year.
Sometimes I think let the focus drop a little bit. You have to stay focused for 90 minutes.
Brad Russin with some real estate. Surin getting his first goal of the season earlier in this game. Now left side, Luke Bowden splits the defense. Luke sends it far post. And Turner can't handle a little too far for him.
Luke Bowden with that surge, that burst of speed there.
You can visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. While you're there, friend Luke Bowden. He's always looking, especially if you're of the female persuasion.
No, he's married. He is a married man. But he,
that's the way.
What's that?
It used to be. Doesn't he tell the stories? Because he was an assistant coach for you at Winter Park. Told the stories of the days heading over to the University of Central Florida.
He always talked about going to told the boys to go look for the birds at the University of Central Florida Library.
Not a story his wife wants to know about now.
Don't worry,
sorry,
about
Luke.
That.
Luke is going to have to answer some questions tonight.
You got some explaining to do.
Go see. Is his wife named Lucy?
No, Karam, actually.
I'm going to hear about that at training. What are you doing? Get me in trouble. Throw in for Orlando. Turner will retrieve. Harrison. And Harrison Heath's first start here for Orlando tonight. He's come in and mop-up situations earlier on. So in his third appearance, he starts for his father.
He's done very well tonight. He's done a solid job so far.
Harrison spent time in the Houston Dynamo youth system, also with Norwich City over in England. Now staying stateside for a while here with Orlando City.
Well, I think You see some of the exciting things that are going on here in American professional soccer. He says, I want to be a part of that. Plus, if you had your choice between living in Orlando or Norwich, where would you choose? I know what
I've never been to Norwich, so I'm not going to disparage the place.
I'm not disparaging you. I'm just saying. If you're asking me, I'm going to say I'd rather live in Orlando than Norwich.
I'm sure it's a lovely place.
There's nothing wrong with Norwich. I'm not saying anything bad about Norwich, but in comparison.
Not as good as Sheffield, according to Luke Bowden, where he is a native of.
He'd say it's better than that place, too.
Bowden, part of the Sheffield Wednesday Academy as a youth. And Luke's been here since the beginning, since 2011. People forget that he's been with Chesterfield, Rushden Diamonds, and Northampton.
And Sheffield Wednesday.
And Sheffield Wednesday, part of the Academy, yep. Hometown team. '56th minute. Free kick. Surin scored on one just like this in the first half.
In swinger.
In the 8th minute. A wall set up in front. Chip to the back post. Noble comes out, punches it away. A whistle. And it will be Harrisburg ball.
Some contact happening in there. Nick Noble, was not going to be fooled on the second one.
Noble, a 1.45 goals against average this year. He's been with Harrisburg since 2012. Drafted by the Chicago Fire back in 2007. Played his college soccer at West Virginia. He's a Mountaineer. Went to Sweden. Raphael Cox will throw.
So from the mountains of West Virginia to the mountains of Sweden.
To the fjords.
Fjords.
Well, that'd be Norway, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Dershang into the corner. And looks like we have one. So corner kick coming up for the Harrisburg City Islanders.
Well, I think I'm liking these pink jerseys, Jeff. Kind of growing on me.
Lions have never lost in pink. So we teed up by Burrill. First corner of the night right here. A redirect header comes right back out. Orlando City was on it quick. Turner is marking Burrill.
Another corner coming. I think these jerseys are going to be auctioned off, Jeff. That's where the fundraiser part comes in. Playing for Women for Change.
Oh, ball went whizzing through the 6-yard area. Opportunity lost off that corner kick.
That one got the crowd kind of going, ooh.
How did that not touch anybody?
Big gasp. Well, sometimes that's the way it goes. It goes right through. Doesn't touch anybody, because I think if it would have touched somebody, it might have gone in the goal.
Heat-seeking missile looking for the back post. It's a 50-50 opportunity, and Bengay can't quite get there. Harrisburg looking for the equalizer. Here's some speed along the right flank, and not fast enough. It's in to touch. Throw in Orlando City left side to Luke Bowden. Russin had rotated over. He'll receive the pass now. Haven't seen much in the attacking half here in the second half for Orlando City.
Yeah, the lid kind of came off the pot early on this one.
Now the stove's cooled off.
And it's simmered back down. That just means you got to turn up the heat a little bit.
Captain Rob Valentino. Bowden. All right, them at the halfway line. Burrill will touch it again. Well, from distance, a bouncing shot. plenty wide of the target there.
Well, he wanted to have a go, just didn't quite catch all of that.
Miguel Gallardo barking out the instructions. He'll set it off for a goal kick, and we have first subs tonight for Orlando. As Aiden Quinn and Dennis Chin, Ryman and Steelan coming in. And Harrison Heath, very productive first start for Orlando City as he checks out along with Corey Herzog.
I think he had 60 good minutes, Jeff. 60 good minutes for Harrison Heath.
Always
now you're going to put a
want to see what kind of what sort of chemistry change do you have when you make the subs?
Well, I mean, these players are all used to playing with one another, and Dennis Chin has been solidly in the lineup the past several weeks. So he's been here. He's been a part of the furniture for years as Dennis Chin. So I think the thing is he's going to add direct pace to burn.
Now look up the far side. Nicely kept in. Trying to whistle one through and wasn't fooling Orlando City. Russin stepped too quickly.
That's usually his first 10 minutes. If you're losing, the first 10 minutes of the second half are usually furious for you, and they certainly have been. You've seen a lot of possession for Harrisburg. The first really almost 15 or so minutes of this half. A lot more possession so far than Orlando to start the second half. For Orlando, you got to get back to getting that ball moving again. Get the tempo up. Get your energy up. Looks like it hasn't been the same energy from first half to second half for Orlando.
Played over an hour now, entering our 63rd minute. We'll try the right side with Tyler Turner. Takes a deflection. Top of the box. As Chin's keeping on that line. Retreating will be Luke Bowden. And it was off of a Harrisburg player, so throw in for Orlando. He and Quinn come together. Boy, great ball, top of the 6, and parried away by Cody Andrews. Surin, some space. Watch out, Molino looking for Chin, sends it on frame, and Noble was right there.
Everybody's spinning to get balls played in. Look like a bunch of ballerinas.
One of those new washing machines.
And it was right on song and poetry in motion because it ended with the strike on target.
Span. He and Cox come together. Surin races right to, and Opano was there. And throw in for the City Islanders. Rochester will play 4 of their last 5 on the road. In good playoff position now, but they'd like to get to that top 4. And here comes the first sub of the night for Coach Bill Betcher.
Number 18, Zach Pfeffer.
So it'll be Clesio Bouquet, number 10. A native of Mozambique, 19-year-old. He's on loan from Benfica B. Of course, Benfica A has the relationship with Orlando City. We're getting a couple of players from the Portuguese powerhouse. So Clesio was in. An attacking player with 3 goals this season.
So Clesio Bouquet will be looking to make things beautiful for Harrisburg.
That's right. Arrange a goal, perhaps. Oh, how about Brian Span? Span with a great run on Cox. Comes back to the top. Quinn was right there. Fans, make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates. Trying to follow Twitter as we're calling the game here to get the scores passed along to you. Everybody curious to where the standings will end up tonight as we get down to the nitty-gritty in the 2014 USL Pro season. Tyler Turner gallops in, Feeds Molino, cuts to the left foot. Takes a deflection out of bounds past the byline. So goal kick as Mbenge was in position to knock it home.
Well, that was certainly an interesting attack, and I think everybody's encouraging him to shoot as he's going across. Wants to take that little extra touch. Sometimes that's the right thing to do, sometimes not the right thing to do.
How about this? Full time in Richmond. The Dayton Dutch Lions have earned a point. 1-1 the final. Dayton and Richmond, so that helps the cause for Orlando. So virtually at the moment, Richmond is tied on 49 points, but Orlando, if they win, will pull ahead.
We have a yellow card here.
Yellow has been issued on Raphael Cox, first booking of the night for the visitors.
Issued to number 21 of Harrisburg, Raphael Cox.
So third yellow card overall issued by Patrick O'Brien.
Probably Dershank, I guess, trying to talk him out of it. I've never seen that work, Jeff.
Never?
Never.
Fans, Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike soccer information. As Adama Mbenge will set the tee up with his left foot into the supporter section. They would love a goal here in the second half to put some distance between them and the City Islanders. Here's Adama, curls it into the near post. Off the head of an Orlando City player who ran into the 18.
A little behind the surge of players there.
Mbenge, how about change for $1? Sends it right back into the mixer, and it is going to be a corner for Orlando City. So it flew out past the byline. Nick Noble will have some work to do now.
Orlando City, certainly with Rob Valentino back to the lineup, a lot more dangerous off these set-piece corners.
Valentino would love to get his second goal of the season. Playing in just his 12th game. And on and off the pitch this year with little knocks here, little knocks there, little knocks everywhere. 67th minute. Corner on the way for Orlando inside the box. Noble got a hand on it. And it will be held in. And then lost in the touch. Throw in for Harrisburg.
So I was thinking they're going to be auctioning off these jerseys.
For women playing for time?
For women playing for time. Which jersey would you want to bid on?
1-8, I'm thinking. 1-8.
Yeah, I'm thinking Kevin might be a very popular bidded jersey for sure. And I'm sure these players will be fighting over to see whose jersey will fetch the most.
Kevin Molino entered the night tied with Matthew Delicott of Richmond for the goal scoring lead in the league, so he has taken the lead there. Not sure who scored for Richmond tonight.
But you got to know these guys are competitive, Jeff, so they'll be knowing whose jersey is fetching what price. They'll be talking about that at training.
Any competition is good. Oh, comes right to Mbenge as it went off of chin. The attack will continue for Orlando. Bowden. A little too ambitious there as they were looking for Adama.
Well read by Matt Banner.
Ooh, way out of the box was Gallardo. Sends it high in the air. Where are we going? And Bouquet takes a little fall. And Clesio right back up. Speed demon, speed merchant. Clesio Bouquet.
So he can deliver in a hurry.
Does it include a card? That is the question.
If he scores, he'll sign it whatever he wants.
So he scores on Mother's Day and Valentine's Day more often than anything. We are horrible.
Oh boy.
About to enter our 70th minute. 2-1 Orlando. Harrisburg with something brewing here. They'll shoot it from distance, looking for the near post, and it went wide.
That skirted just a little bit wide. I think that Miguel Gallardo had that covered. But
See,
was that close?
Rob Valentino in the 22 wearing the captain's armband. We just got word from Austin Hiddle. He is currently leading the auction bidding with $400 So we need to have more bids to get that even higher. So Valentino, the popular one at the moment. That's good for a defender.
Yeah, that's very good.
Who says the attacking players and the goal scorers are the sexy picks? More right side, Dennis Chen now with some space. He'll shoot. Noble goes low. Deflected, came right back out, and it was cleared away by Harrisburg. That back line, Richie Marquez was right there.
Well, he's there to do his job. Cover his keeper. Anything that might bounce off. That's why it's a keeper. You want to hold as much as you can. Get it, hold it. Because those rebounds out can become some type of an adventure.
Also got word Dom Dwyer has just scored for Sporting Kansas City in the 18th minute. MLS play tonight. Just following all those Twitter updates on USL Pro, all these things kind of come through on that same timeline.
He's having himself quite a season so far in MLS.
All-star worthy performance. Very deserving spot on that all-star team.
I was glad.
Better late than never.
Well, I was. You know, it's kind of justified that he was included because he certainly deserved it on his performance this season so far.
That goal, a penalty kick.
I know he keeps track of what's going on here in Orlando. Still stays quite in contact with a lot of the players here.
Lions nursing a 2-1 lead. They lost by a goal a week ago to this very same club. Like to get some insurance here as Turner steps over a couple of times, sends it out. Corner kick for the Lions.
Tyler Turner showing some composure, showing he's got the moves like Jagger. Take those step overs and put that cross in.
And Benge in front of the bushes. Sends it a low liner, top of the 6. Harrisburg looks to break out. Nice control shown there. The race from Burrill. Sends it far side. Some space to work. Quinn gets there first, and it will roll out for a throw-in.
Orlando City still looking to get back on rhythm. Still haven't found the form that they had in the first half.
Richmond dropped 2 points at home tonight. Big opportunity for Orlando City.
Imagine that. I mean, I don't think they saw that coming in to, you know, bottom of the league. The bottom of the league Dayton Dutch Lions coming in.
Took the foot off the gas pedal.
It just shows in this league you can't do that.
To watch the replay on the USL Pro site. Every USL Pro regular season and playoff game will stream live and be archived, of course, on YouTube in 2014. Features include DVR, chat, and social media interactivity. Subscribe for free to the Orlando City SC YouTube channel today.
Yeah, no fee. It's free.
No fee at all.
We'll have to have Austin keep track of these jerseys in the auction. See if performances help to sell a shirt.
On the left side, looking for Luke, runs into the 18. It was last touch by Harrisburg. Corner kick, Orlando City.
I think that's something Orlando City really missed the last game against Harrisburg. You see Luke Bowden getting up and down that line time and time again. They're causing just enough trouble to get a corner. But when he does get to it, he can drop across in and pick his spot and hit it.
Surin about to deliver on this corner, as the Lions could use some insurance here. They want to secure 3 to extend their lead out to 4 points on Richmond with 2 games in hand. Going into that matchup next week at Richmond. Of course, Orlando's got to play at Charlotte on Wednesday, then the showdown. So that Charlotte game could be a trap game. We know how good Charlotte can be at home. Far side. Molino sends it in the middle as Valentino got a touch. He's claiming that it went off of Harrisburg. It did not.
The referee,
no.
well, the referee
Overruled.
indicated goal kick, and then he said, "Hey, nope." He goes, "That was on me. Nope, incorrect," and he's awarded a corner.
So we'll retry this from the near side. Benge gets the foot in, low liner. Sent back towards the touchline. Physical play. Surin, nice job to shield the ball.
I was not saying, I thought the ball was out.
Nice job anyway. Adama cuts it. Molino. Odds back to Quinn. Chants growing loud from the supporter section. They want another goal. Turner gallops into the 18. Tyler Turner, and cleaned up nicely by Cody Andrews. Sends it out for a throw.
So some signs of the form coming back a little bit here last few minutes. Orlando City starting to find the rhythm, if you will, again.
Time for a substitution here, as Austin DeLuz will check in for that man, Adrian Heath. Out comes Kobe Spann, who put in quite a shift again tonight. The FC Dallas loanee is off the pitch, and Austin DeLuz, a native of San Diego, and national champion at Wake Forest in 2009, will close this one out for Adrian Heath.
Smart player, Austin DeLuz, reads the game really, really well.
Surin steps forward. Cox and Molino do battle. Now this is Popano making the switch to the far side. Clesio Bouquet escorted all the way back. Works the corner. Boy, shifty there is Clesio. Well, given effort, not the best. As Gallardo will handle that no problem. It is time to vote on your man of the match. You can use the OC Game Day app on your smartphone and vote for the Orlando City man of the match.
Well,
Darwin Surin with his first goal of the season tonight.
You know, I good shout. I'm probably thinking fans might be looking again at number 18.
Harrisburg substitution.
Kevin Molino.
Well,
He'd be my vote.
Harrisburg changing the hardware. Jamil Hardware coming in for Leo Fernandez. The Jamaican hardware who has quite the foot on free kicks. See if he gets that opportunity. Orlando City, as they look for him. Benge floated it just on top of his head. DeLuz. Surin. Molino, confident as ever, he'll play it back this time. Quinn makes the switch. 79th minute, 2-1 Orlando City. No scoring in the second half yet. To get back.
Well, that one was close because that cross just barely over the head of Adama Mbenge, who was lurking. If that had been just a little, if that cross wasn't quite so high, just down a little bit, that might have been in the back of the net.
There's a turnover. Here comes Orlando City.
Wow.
And that one had a chance as Surin made a nice interception.
Darwin Sarin slaloming through some Harrisburg City players.
Over 10 minutes in this one. Big swing of the foot by Mbenge. Certainly feel that one. Molino taking on two defenders, flips it back to the top. Surin keeps it into the attacking third for Orlando. Fireworks going off in the distance. Lions would like some fireworks to close this one out, perhaps. Switch is made. Bonds takes his time. Nice pass by Turner. Molino, far post, and headed out of there. Quite nicely, I might add, by Banner.
Well, great touch. Good cross played in by Kevin Molino, looking for someone at that far post.
Corner kick for the Lions.
I'll tell you, Molino's just been he's just been on a different level. He's having himself such a great season.
10 minutes and change to go. Surin, a low liner. Cox was first one there. The Lions will hold it in. Turner drills it into the 18, and it doesn't bother anybody. We saw Rob Valentino trying to run on the end and maybe redirect that one. Doesn't feel safe, right? Just doesn't.
No, you know, anytime you've got Robbie Dershang or Antoine Openo lurking about, anything can happen. I mean, again, you mentioned the fact that Harrisburg scored a lot of goals in their past few games. I want to say it's like 21 goals in 9 games. So they can certainly score goals, and you know, a 1-goal lead, not the safest of leads, of course, not until the game's over. And you saw what happened up in Harrisburg. You know, the last 10 minutes, Orlando City with 2 goals in that 10-minute span. So this is a critical point in this match. This is a critical time here. Orlando City
checks in.
Orlando City's been in the ascendancy here for the past probably good 10 minutes. I think Orlando's been able to dictate play over these past 10 minutes.
Certainly has subbed in some attacking players, has Bill Betcher. Pettis in there. Bouquet in there as well. Boy, that one by Turner right into the head. And
yeah, that one's going to be a booking, I think.
Openo helped up, and the card shown to Tyler Turner. So 3rd yellow card on an Orlando City player.
Picked up a few this evening. Game got a little chippy up in Harrisburg as well. I mean, these two teams, they play hard. They're playing for all 3 points, both teams.
So Dershang was the one that came off for Garrett Pettis. So forward for forward, 1 for 1. Finish that one out. I believe that's all 5 subs being used now by Harrisburg to play with what they got the rest of the way. Just entering our 84th minute.
This is where possession becomes very important for Orlando. You know, it's deep here, it's hot here, it's humid here. So if you're Orlando, you want to get it, keep it, make Harrisburg do a lot of chasing.
Onside here is Bouquet. Boy, sends it on. That's a great shot, as Gallardo had to handle it just to keep it out. He was looking for that near post.
One direct ball over the top, and
boom.
You saw where Clesio Bouquet, he showed a bit of his speed.
Corner kick for Harrisburg. Trying to tie this thing up and get out of here with a point. Falls inside the 18-yard area. Orlando will try to break out.
So there's one-on-one. Go on.
Leaving it in the middle of the park. Great pass. Surin got a chance. And not much mustard on it. Goes out for a corner kick. Nice breakout play by Orlando.
Well, Nick Noble was thinking that was going to his left and I'm going a bit right. He had to get his feet involved.
Now Tommy Redding will check in for Adrian Heath. Kevin Molino, currently the league's leading scorer, will check out and get a big hand from the crowd here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. And there is the 5th and final sub for Harrisburg at the same time.
We have a Harrisburg substitution.
So Christian Hernandez.
Adrian Heath saying, all right, we're gonna hold on here.
Entering the game, number 20.
So he's probably going to sit another player a little bit deeper
And leaving the game, number
at midfield, take off an attacking player, get on a defensive player. He's saying, let's hold on to this 2-1. Let's get these 3 points. I'm not sure he knows that Richmond has dropped points tonight, but he'll find out shortly.
It's one Philadelphia Union loanee for another as Hopino comes out, Hernandez in. 86th minute. As Quinn sends it to the far post. Header is there and will be cleared off the line. All the way back. Oh, you got to win this ball. And able to do so. Surin along that near touch line, floats it. Kept in by Quinn, right to Raphael Cox. And loses it as Quinn closed in quick.
Voted by you is number 18, Kevin Molino.
And Kevin Molino has been awarded man of the match honors.
Let's see what that does.
Not the first time.
Let's see what that does for that jersey price.
No kidding.
You want to get? Hey, I'm bidding on the man of the match. I'm bidding on his kit. I'm not bidding on any. I'm just going to donate some money. I'm not going to bid. I'm going to let somebody else win the jerseys.
Got plenty of jerseys. The pick of the litter. This one reaching the closing moments.
You see Adrian Heath, he's playing. He is out there urging his squad on. He knows this is the critical time. We've got to finish this game strong.
Marquez, well played direct over the top, looking for those speedy forwards of Harrisburg. Hardware and Bouquet, Pettis. Play to the corner, got to get back. The race is on. Hardware off to the right side and throw in for Orlando.
If you're Orlando, let's get possession. You want to get up in the other end of the park. Could change the point of the attack there.
Steady as she goes. Turner received the pass from Surin. Well, we go forward now. Oh, Deleuze forcing the issue. Back to Gallardo.
There we go. We'll get a quick restart out. Bodnell. Get that forward to Austin. Here you go. You see Orlando still just trying to keep possession.
Make them run.
Absolutely. So you gotta be careful. You can't get complacent with possession at the back, Jeff. You have to really focus when you're keeping the ball at the back, because one errant pass and it can be trouble quickly.
See Harrisburg pressing the issue defensively, and now they'll play a little direct ball.
That was
comes
good use
down.
of possession there, though.
Boy, great control shown, a shot and a score! A brace for Darwin Surin, and Orlando leads 3-1.
What a finish by Darwin Surin, and what a build-up to that goal. How many touches, how many passes were completed before that was put in the back of the net? We talked about the importance of playing possession. That is why right there. Great change to the point of the attack. Found Darwin Surin getting forward. Watch him cut inside. Calm, cool finish back across the keeper.
Can't stop that.
Nail in the coffin. But what impressed me most, good finish, what impressed me most is the amount of passes Orlando City were able to complete in this whole movement leading up to that goal.
Well-deserved goal. Surin, his first 2 goals of the season have come in this game. And can Molino maybe offer the man of the match honors back? Can he say, I'll give this to my teammate tonight? Perhaps?
I don't think he will.
So just before stoppage time, Orlando City appears to have the clincher. They lead 3-1. And we'll have 3 minutes tacked on to the end of this one. And Harrisburg now 2 goals down. So it appears Orlando City will have their vengeance on their second loss of the season last week to this same club.
Was that it? Khan says, revenge is the dish that is best served cold.
Hey, it's just one game, right? So Rochester and Harrisburg were able to bite Orlando. On the road, of course, for the Lions, but at home it has been all Lions.
Number 19, Untitled Chapter. Number 8,
Getting some players off here. Right here at the end, get some fresh legs on. Why not?
Adama comes off.
You've got the win secure.
Well, fans, make sure you join us Saturday, August 31st at 7:30 here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports as your Lions will host the Dayton Dutch Lions. See you there. Predatory cat battle at its finest. They'll most likely be the #1 team in the league versus the #14 team in the league, although Dayton probably just pulled even in a 3-way tie for 12th with a, well, they got a point tonight, so they would still be 2 points out of 13th place. So
it'll be a cat fight amongst the bookends.
Not been the best of seasons there in Dayton. They're now 6-15-4 after the surprising draw on the road at Richmond tonight. That certainly helps Orlando.
Well, it shows you the strength of the league, Jeff. At any given time, the team toward the bottom of the table can get a result against the team toward the top of the table.
Harrisburg, for their last 5, will be on the road starting next week at Rochester. Then they get the home date with the Rhinos, who are playing very, very well themselves, and at Charleston and at Charlotte. And a free kick has been awarded to Harrisburg here.
Again, you don't want to lose focus. You've got to play hard, even in these last dying minutes. Like I pointed out, you saw Orlando make a comeback up in Harrisburg when they were 3-0 down. So nothing's over till it's over.
Burrell and Hernandez. Who will take it? Christian Hernandez goes off of an Orlando City player. That was Sorin. And about 30 seconds remain in this one. 3-1 Orlando. Nicely played back. We'll milk some time here. Turner. Hardware closes in. And we'll just punch it forward. Dennis Chin able to nearly win that, but Cody Andrews was up to the challenge that time.
Really wanted to get a touch there to get that poke ahead of Cody Andrews. You can see him kind of scream up to the heavens.
Speaking of screaming, Adrian Heath screaming to the final whistle. We played the full 3. As Patrick O'Brien surely about to check the watch here and put an end to this one.
This might be the last effort here, Jeff.
Into the corner, out of play.
Once this ball travels the other direction, I think Mr. O'Brien's going to signal the end of this contest.
Give it a go from distance, and like you said, that will do it. There's the whistle, and this one goes to the Pride of Lions. 3-1 over the City Islanders as Bill Betcher and Adrian Heath meet in the middle. Second and final time they'll meet this season, unless it happens again in the playoffs, which is certainly a possibility. So Orlando City now 4 points clear of Richmond. They are now 16-2-4 on 52 points to continue to lead the league. Harrisburg will get nothing and like it on this evening.
Well, I don't know like it.
9-6. They remain in 5th, but it's always tough to get points. Orlando City, Tom, still unbeaten here at home.
Unbeaten at home. That's what we talked about. Their road form may not be the best, but their home form is absolutely scintillating.
Well, the Lions had to play from behind in this one as Robbie Durshane got it going in the 6th minute, but then Orlando took control about 2 minutes later and never really looked back.
No, absolutely, Jeff. Here you look at the shots on goal, 16-8. So Orlando City doubling up Harrisburg there, and more than doubling up on the shots on target, which is the most important one because Orlando's able to take, of those 10 on target, 3 of them in the back of the net. Corners, of course, that shows a little more of the domination there. 7 corners for Orlando City, 3 for Harrisburg. And look at all the fouls, 19 fouls in total in this game. These two teams, again, just playing for keeps. But right there at the top, that's the only thing that matters most, and that gets you the 3 points, and that's the 3 goals for Orlando City and the 1 for Harrisburg.
A stalemate during the regular season for these two proud sides as the City Islanders took 3 in Harrisburg, and turnabout is fair play. The Lions right the ship and get the 3 tonight, a 3-1 win. Goals from Molino and 2 from Darwin Surin, his first 2 of the season. From a partner, Tom Traxler, our broadcast coordinator, Austin Hiddle, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long. Orlando City, a 3-1 win. Good night from Disney.